Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for clicking this particular video. Now this video I'm recording right after the last one I did because I just wanted to, this is probably the last video in relation to the defunct 4-day job. There's just some final thoughts that after I came out of my funk on Sunday, I didn't expect to ever, I didn't expect to necessarily, I was so low, I didn't expect I was to necessarily ever recover. That's how low I was. And believe it or not, like Sunday, I was starting to come out of it already, and, yesterday when I got, a call, or a couple calls, I can't remember. Yeah, it was 2 calls yesterday for an interviews. I was like, oh wow. So luckily I wasn't in, I still feel a little bit of the residual, depression and stuff from that experience on Saturday, but I've bounced back a lot quicker than I ever thought I would, so that's good. But I wanted to say, which, like I say, it might be the last video in regards to my defunct 4-day attempt at a job, which was having come out of my funk, I was able to think more clearly about what had happened on basically Saturday when the management approached me and voiced concern and voiced not necessarily we'll just say unhappiness with my performance at that point. And I was just thinking to myself Sunday, I think it was Sunday, when I was able to come out of that funk a little bit, maybe yesterday as well, that thinking about it, having come out of the funk, it's very, I think that they were way out of line, to be honest, because anyone should know. I worked at a video store in 2004 to 2007, and they had I can't remember, I think it was a 90-day, like your first 90 days was like a probationary period, which meant if you don't learn shit enough within the first 90 days or whatever, they can just kick you to the curb. And it's just like, that makes a lot of sense to me. If someone can't learn the job in 90 days, they're probably not going to. But a 4-day, or in this case, like more like a 3-day, probationary period, it's just, not that it officially was, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, in regards to my situation, it was to be talked to on, you might as well really call it the 3rd day, even though it's technically the 4th day I showed up. I mean, like I say, the first day was 2.5 hours. It was mostly paperwork. So really, if you really want to talk about it in regards to hours worked, I mean, really, you could almost think about it as a 3rd day. To have a talk on the 3rd day, doesn't management know that, and of course I might be more sensitive, well, I think I am more sensitive than your average person, and I might learn a little slower, but Jesus Christ, you'd think that a job would take into consideration that when someone starts a new job, they might be a little nervous, and they might be a little, I don't know, to me, thinking about it, Sunday and yesterday, it was just like, they weren't, in retrospect, it doesn't seem like they were very patient, is what it boils down to. It's like, you learn right away, or, it just doesn't, that's basically it. It doesn't, they were sure as shit not very patient. And that was really just disheartening to have it happen, because in my over 10 years of retail experience, that's never happened when I started a job. I've never had them come to me and be like, in 4 days, 4th day or 3rd day or whatever you want to call it, and be like, what's up? What's your problem? I mean, if I'm not all smiley and shit, it's because I'm miserable, or I'm just trying to learn shit. I mean, shit. So I probably don't really have much more to say than that. I feel like, especially having 2 interviews today and potentially having a new job, another new job, or a more recent new job, that I can pretty much put the other, other situation to sleep, or put it on the shelf, put it to bed, whatever you want to call it, and leave it in the past. But yeah, in retrospect, I just think that for a place that I don't know, and you know what, the girl, I might as well just call her woman, who was training me, who signed me up. This was actually the very first day one of the first things she said when I was doing the paperwork, is she was saying, like, yeah, we're mostly a word of mouth company because our online reviews aren't very good. And I'm like, that was kind of a red flag. I'm like, your online reviews aren't really good? No. And I'm thinking, why would she even say that? Because usually, like, a higher level management kind of person is all like, yes, this company is the best company ever created, and we know the best way to, we're the best in what we do, and it's all bullshit. But they like to toot their own horn and shit, So normally a company doesn't say, yeah, customers have mostly a shitty experience with us. And I'm starting to think maybe these bastards are just crazy who run this company. They might just be crazy. And because I'm like, ooh, that's what I want to hear when I'm starting a job, that customers don't like their experience here. And then it's just kind of like, well, I wonder what the employees feel about the experience. Shit, I had something and I lost it, something I was going to say. So, I just wanted to, like I say, just vent hopefully one final time in regards to that 4-day disaster of a job, and disappointing, but when you're hiring new people. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. Whenever I'd go to the mall to whatever stores I was going to the mall, I'd always walk through that particular store, and more times often than not, they like always had a help wanted sign up, and it's like that kind of says something too, as far as I'm concerned. Possibly like a high turnover, like this place really sucks. Pardon me, excuse me. Really, that might mean the place really sucks to work if there's constantly a help wanted sign up. It's like they're hiring people and losing people and hiring people like this, like a merry-go-round. And so that could potentially be a red flag if a particular store constantly has a help wanted sign up all the time. It's kind of like you have like infinite positions to fill, either that or people are leaving as quickly as they're being hired. So I think we'll leave it at that, under 10 minutes here, and say hasta la vista, baby, to this particular job, and enjoy yourself, job. This is to the job, like, go to heck, job. In regards to my hopefully new job at Caribou, I will be sure to keep you updated on that, and let's hope that fingers crossed. I did this before, and I don't want to look like I'm flipping you off, so I'll do it sideways. Fingers crossed for Caribou, and let's just hope for the best, huh? Not that it does anything to hope for the best, but it doesn't hurt. Thanks for watching, guys.